So, folks, we have to talk about the fact that the negotiations between the United States and Iran have completely broken down. And as of less than 24 hours ago, Donald Trump has begun striking Iran again, to a large degree. Earlier today, it was reported that we had struck over 90 different targets across Iran, and that Iran has also been responding in kind with escalating trades of attacks. Iran is continuing to target, for example, strategic logistical targets in Bahrain, as well, in particular. And a lot of these sites are, of course, American military bases. Others are, oil infrastructure. And it's when it began, it was kind of like a tit for tat kind of thing, and it has since expanded from that. And people, when it was initially just tit for tat, were hopeful and optimistic that it would essentially just kind of cool off and get back into negotiations. But as we've been noting for quite some time now, these negotiations are going nowhere. Like Donald Trump was just manipulating stock market prices effectively in order to make a quick buck. This all is, of course, really, really bad. Like, the president is talking about how, oh, well, it's a good thing we didn't continue fighting with Iran. We only had 4 weeks left of strategic reserves, and now people are panicking that they're going to run out of oil in the United States. Like, Donald Trump is completely manufacturing this, and it's insane. It's just insane. People are, like, not able to pay their bills right now, to the degree that a recent study put out today, or not study, poll rather, half of Americans struggle to afford groceries and gas, exclusive poll finds. 57% of polled Americans also believe economy is worsening, and grim portrait of cost of living crisis, according to Harris survey for The Guardian. I mean, like, it's bad, guys. All of this to say, this is where people are at right now before they start getting hit by even more gas price hikes coming in the next couple of weeks as a result of being downstream from these bombing exchanges. So have grocery prices fallen yet? Nope. Gas prices have leveled off for some people, but their grocery prices are continuing to spike. I've noticed this going out and buying groceries for myself and, like, my partner, but, like, it's gotten quite bad. It's going to go really, really poorly. And Donald Trump doesn't really seem to have a grasp on the reality of what is coming down the pipeline now. But
when we decided to do this, it's called the denuclearization of Iran. We have to do it. We have to have. They're never going to have a nuclear weapon, and they admit they're never going to have it. But they behave badly. Always behave badly. There's something wrong with them. But when we did this, we thought oil would go much higher, and it didn't go very high. And now it's coming way down, and you're going to see oil drop very low. Now maybe we'll do some other things that could lift it a little bit, but I don't think it's going to lift it a lot at all. I think oil is coming down. There's tremendous amounts of oil.
Yeah, bombing them certainly won't bring the price of oil up. No, guys. Bombing them and reclosing the Strait of Hormuz, that will that'll bring prices down. I don't think it'll go up that much. Like, it's crazy. The amount of lies, the amount of just, like, straight up unreality he hands to his supporters, and they all swallow it. It's crazy. Like, oh, it's not going to go up that much. Like, are you kidding me? On the one hand, he says that, and then on the other hand, here is what he said 4 hours ago, according to Al Jazeera. Trump, for each Iranian attack, we're going to hit them 20-1. Keep in mind also that when he says this, we already know that over the course of 8 weeks of bombing Iran, we went through like half of our supply of interceptors. It will take years to manufacture enough to replace the ones that we lost. And if we go and really truly fight this for several more weeks, our ships are going to start getting blown up for real. Like, we can't sustain this, and Iran knows it, and Donald Trump just doesn't seem to care, you know? And, you know, Kuwait and their oil fields are getting hit. Qatar is getting hit. And Donald Trump has just continued to make threats, mostly empty threats toward Iran, basically saying, "Oh, hey, you know, we're just gonna just bomb them. They're gonna be begging for a deal once this is true. But are they even really worthy of a deal?" Just as an FYI, the question of are they even worthy of the deal, that's a real thing he said earlier today. Let's see here. The US president is certainly suggesting that diplomacy is off the table. Trump is saying very clearly that he believed it was a, quote, waste of time, unquote. Everything is so stupid right now. Everything is just so stupid. Yeah, apparently the United States has, as of an hour ago, bombed 90 new targets across Iran. And yeah, there is no sign that this is stopping. There's no sign that this is cooling off. And this is pretty awful. Again, has the potential to really spiral out. And I think that when we're talking about specifically how bad could this be, you know, for us in America, it's going to be limited to economic pain. But the question would be, exactly how much are we talking? I guess one of the things that I would say is that apparently the economic damage is potentially so big that the White House has officially launched a White House-owned Freedom Fuel network in order to price control gas to $3.47 per gallon. And like, I just want to point out, right? I just want to point out the amount of shit that Zoran Mamdani got for operating municipal grocery stores, but Donald Trump somehow has this bizarre, like, franchise gas station deal that there's no way he's not corruptly profiting from, that he's launching 25 of these gas stations. And it's apparently officially endorsed by the White House, and I'm just kind of confused at where are all of these conservatives who've been constantly complaining about state-run corporations, state-run businesses. It's insane. Here's their launch video, by the way, for Freedom Gas.
I thought gas was more expensive, but it's not. So thanks, Trump, for saving me some money.
We're here at the first Freedom Fuel Network gas station right here in Philadelphia, leading the charge to lower gas prices, $3.47. That
I guess we can't
50 cents.
Yeah, okay. All right. So we can't have music on this one. Cuz they're just going to play fucking crazy expensive song. Look at all these real Americans getting their gas prices lowered by a state-owned gas franchise. It's Freedom Fuel, everybody. It's the Freedom Fuel Network, endorsed by the White House.
Believe my eyes.
God. Also, you couldn't believe your eyes at gas at $3.40 per gallon. You know, like a dollar more expensive than it used to be? Okay. But yeah, like, this is, like, just straight up, I want to know who's making money off of this. Just straight up, I want to know who's making money off of this. It's so weird. All of this, we are throwing hundreds of billions of dollars into a furnace for no reason, so that Donald Trump can launch his PR gas stations that are still somehow a grift. And we're going to be spending hundreds of billions of dollars bombing another country for no reason because Donald Trump wanted to just bomb places. And meanwhile, again, it's almost impossible to get food stamps now. Like, the requirements have kicked off millions of people from food stamps. We have enough money to burn hundreds of billions of dollars on a pointless conflict on the other side of the world, but we don't have enough money to feed people. We don't have enough money to house people. This is fucking nonsense. Of course we have the money. Of course we have the ability. Of course we have the will to do it. And the reason we don't do it is because it's just not profitable to the wealthiest people who've bought political favor in this country. And it's infuriating. It's infuriating to look day after day at what Donald Trump is doing with all of the posturing around Iran in particular. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, things are escalating again. Oh, the Strait of Hormuz is closed. And guess what? We all know exactly who's to blame for this entire clusterfuck. It's Donald Trump. Donald Trump alone put these wheels in motion. Donald Trump put us in this circumstance, and MAGA put him in charge. And like, there's just no getting around it. There's no getting around that these are the most incompetent, most malicious people ever handed power in the history of the United States of America. The only saving grace is their incompetence because it gives us a precious window of opportunity to get rid of them. So, folks, there's no good news coming out of Hormuz, all right? Nothing good is happening there right now. Negotiations are basically dead. Donald Trump keeps basically being cute about whether or not the United States will attempt diplomacy again. And yeah, it's all bad. I don't know what else there is to say other than to loudly and repeatedly state, MAGA did this for no reason. We are killing people in Iran right now for no reason other than Donald Trump's ego demanded their deaths. Like, yes, Von 400, that's what I mean. The strategic reserve that Donald Trump jumped into to try and bail himself out of an economic crisis is almost gone. And when that disappears, we're also going to be out of gas in America, and people are going to start getting fucking livid. And I genuinely don't know where things go after that, other than the entirety of the Donald Trump mythos is built around him being able to create a good economy, or rather a good enough economy for the whitest people in America. And if that bubble becomes well and truly punctured, because like we're at currently like 38% of Republicans thinking that Donald Trump is doing a bad job on the economy, which is very, very high in terms of these things. If we start seeing a majority of Republicans turning on Donald Trump, that's when we start seeing like crazy shit happen. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure that as these campaigns going towards the midterms have progressed, Donald Trump has not made more friends in Congress. And I do think that if they have the opportunity to jettison him and get JD Vance in charge, I think they will. All that being said, folks, if you got anything out of this, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this entire kerfuffle. There's just nothing good that comes out of this at all. Von 400, Democrats are stealing gas. That's why it's so expensive. We're genuinely like maybe 1 week out from that, you know? Are the peasants going to be grabbing pitchforks? Genuinely, I have no idea. It depends on how fast the crisis resolves, you know? It's one of those things where once gas runs out, I think so too does Donald Trump's runway, you know? Donald Trump is only able to do the things he's doing so long as people in rural America don't feel their lives changed all that much. And if they run out of gas, that's the entire, like, guys, if you think you're from like I'm from the suburbs or from like the city or whatever, the idea of this happening may have never occurred to you, but like, if rural areas of the country start having gas shortages, they're gonna fucking lose it.
All of this started because some cowardly fish decided to colonize the land. Stupid walking fish.
It's true. It's true. So, yeah. All of this is incredibly bad news for Donald Trump. Obviously, I think this gas station initiative is going to fail horribly. And the only recourse we have is to organize. Join your local Dems, join your local DSA, join your local Working Families Party, whatever organizational body you got. Join it and collaborate with other people, because that people power is all we got to cling to. So if you need help joining your local Dems, if you need help joining your local DSA, jump into our Discord, reach out to GamerG for help with DSA, reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems. We have years of organizing experience. We want to help you to get involved, take your first steps, and also to navigate the organizations effectively. So let's make it happen. And all that being said, folks, check out ImogeneOlivia.com, gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes. Also tested with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks. It is comfortable, sexy lingerie that's non-tucking. Check it out, ImogeneOlivia.com. Link down in the doobly-doo. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather around. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the seams. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord. Riverboat Jack.